This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is giving students a sense of what it's like to be a deputy, taking them through their rightful policing training. This, of course, comes at a time when tensions are high between some officers and the communities they patrol. ABC7's Kate Flexter was at that training and has that story.
Here at Knights Trail Park, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office took these students through several different scenarios to give them a sense of what they go through on a daily basis.
Sarasota Sheriff's Office! It's a chance to step into the shoes of a deputy, moving from one scenario to another, including traffic stops, domestic disturbances, and even potential break-ins.
My heart's racing and my mind is going a mile a minute.
I just saw today all the scenarios they go through. I mean, if it was me under there, I would be kind of freaked out.
This comes at a time when instances of police brutality are in the spotlight, many of them caught on video.
It's something that teenagers need to be aware of, because we are growing up in this era.
Tell me what you're arresting me for.
You can't arrest him. For Almuda Hawks, it's an opportunity to gain context and better understand where officers may be coming from in those scenarios.
What you see on camera can be a whole different situation, because most time it's just 10 seconds, but you never see what happened before those 10 seconds or how the event actually occurred.
Sheriff Tom Knight says that's exactly what he's hoping for.
And to be able to put themselves in that scenario to see how difficult it really can be sometimes.
As agencies around the country look to mend and maintain relations with their communities, Sheriff Knight says the focus should be on these young people who are just now forming their opinions of law enforcement.
The trust has been broken to some degree in different parts of our nation, and the millennials and the young people, to make sure their frame of mind are at the point where they recognize they can call us to come and give them help, not just to come to police them. We want to come help them resolve issues.
Each student took a survey at the beginning and end of the day to see if this training changed their views of law enforcement. In Sarasota, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Kate. Efforts to tackle the heroin epidemic got a big push from state lawmakers today. Senator Marco Rubio, Congressman Vern Buchanan, and several other local representatives got together for a roundtable discussion about the problem. The group heard from those affected by the growing opioid epidemic. According to a recent report released by the State Medical Examiners Commission, Manatee County leads the state in the number of opioid overdoses. In the last few years, Manatee has seen a more than 500% increase in opioid overdoses. But officials say that the issue goes beyond the use of heroin to include other opioids, including fentanyl.
15 to 20 a day in Manatee County coming in overdosing. Some of them are repeat visitors. That's a shocking number. And to have a number that high, I'm not sure there's anywhere else in the state that per capita is seeing that rate of overdoses showing up in emergency rooms in just one facility.
Lawmakers say they'll be looking into state and local law to see what can be done to help fix the problem. Voters in Manatee County are being asked to approve two separate half-penny sales tax increases, one for schools, the other for county infrastructure. But not everyone wants it. ABC7's Ray Collins has details of this contentious issue in Manatee County. Ray.
Haley, if approved, each could generate $30 million a year for Manatee County. That's each. Supporters say the sales tax is the best way to raise money. They say that way tourists and visitors also pay about a third of it. But others say the county and the schools already have enough cash. They just don't spend it right. Here are both sides.
The county needs it and the school needs it. The school needs to continue the sales tax. The county needs to improve their infrastructure. They have no source to correct the infrastructure.
But you think the money's there already?
Correct. The public has to be reassured that its county officials and city officials are spending the money prudently and wisely, and I can tell you right now that's not happening.
So there are both sides. Much more debate tonight at 7 o'clock in our roundtable discussion. Haley?
Thank you, Ray. Some hopeful news when it comes to the Zika virus. A medical team monitoring a pregnant woman with Zika says they have not found any problems so far. Jessica Lopez was diagnosed with the virus when she was 16 weeks pregnant after a visit to her native Honduras. The Zika response team at University of Miami Health System has been monitoring her health. Now, at 24 weeks pregnant, doctors say that the fetus is not showing any signs of an abnormally small head, which is a birth defect associated with Zika.
She is due in February, and so we still have several months to go of repeated ultrasounds and repeated blood tests. but all the information that we have on the growth and development of the baby thus far is healthy and normal.
After her birth, the Zika response team will monitor the baby and conduct regular brain, hearing, and sight tests for at least 3 years. And Lopez says she's already picked out a name for her baby, Daniela Elizabeth. And as we approach winter, or what counts as winter in Florida, Sarasota County's mosquito control is changing how often it sprays toxins into the air to kill mosquitoes. ABC7's Christopher Brantley is joining us live from Venice with how they decide when these chemicals are sprayed. Christopher.
Well, Haley, so many people are concerned about those toxins used to spray for mosquitoes from both airplanes and from trucks. But today, mosquito control told us there's such a minuscule amount of toxins that it cannot harm you. Saying the chemicals used to kill mosquitoes is harmless doesn't calm everyone's nerves. Sally Flanagan avoids chemicals altogether.
I mean, I don't like to spray them in my house or my environment where I'm going to be breathing them.
But what about the chemicals being sprayed over your house out of an airplane flying at 300 feet?
0.64 ounces of product per acre. So that's an extremely low amount. You're looking at this tiny little product.
Matt Smith is the director of mosquito management for Sarasota County. He says he has never seen adverse effects from spraying because so little is released. Standing in an area after spraying, you're only likely to come in contact with 0.00005 ounces.
But some people are more susceptible to things, so everybody just has to go by what their feelings are.
For many, the worry comes just with the chemicals used.
We have a new one called Zenovex, which is a non-synergized, it's kind of a big fancy term for meaning less ingredients. It's a novel pyrethroid that we're going to be using so we can use some even more environmentally friendly products.
In the past, they've used a chemical called dibrom. As for when they spray, it's not on a specific schedule. It has to do with the mosquito population.
We have traps all over the county that run at the exact same time for the exact same time period each night so that we can get a uniform picture of what the mosquitoes are doing.
For Flanagan, it's all about a give and take, not liking chemicals, but not wanting more mosquitoes either.
I don't really like pesticides. I use very little personally. However, I think sometimes the benefit has to outweigh the negative, just like when you're taking medications.
Smith told us spraying for mosquitoes is a safety issue because so many can carry the Zika virus or the West Nile virus. For that reason, Smith considers them the most dangerous creatures on Earth. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. And now let's get a check on our forecast and head over to Bob. We're hoping some of these cooler temperatures help tamper down those mosquitoes.
That's right. 70-degree temperature sometimes I've heard is the kind of threshold for that. And when it gets below that, mosquitoes have a hard time flying around. I noticed that in the backyard this weekend, especially in the morning hours. It was quite nice out there. And also, the lack of rainfall is also a good thing as a result of a little rain. Not as many hatchlings, if you will, with the mosquitoes larvae. 82 degrees right now. We have clear skies, a dew point 54. Winds out of the north-northwest at 8. And as far as those winds go, they've been generally out of the north and northwest throughout the area, although a little bit more northeasterly in places like Northport, Warm, Mineral Springs, and Harbor Heights and Port Charlotte, but nearer the coast, a little bit more northerly component there. The overall satellite imagery showing some low clouds along the east coast, some high clouds streaming from the west to the east overhead, and that has been about it. Lots of sunshine today, hardly any clouds over the weekend, and that was a result of all this dry air that was in place. Now we're getting some upper level moisture coming back into play, but no real threat of any significant rainfall down the road at all. Details on all that coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Police in Oklahoma are trying to track down a gunman who shot and wounded 2 police officers and killed 2 members of his family. Michael Vance fled last night after opening fire on 2 officers with an AK-47. Police say he stole a patrol car, ditched the vehicle, carjacked a different vehicle, shot and wounded the female driver, and then sped off. Police say Vance then killed his aunt and uncle. Police discovered their bodies at a mobile home in Luther while they were searching for Vance. They believe he is wounded and is still armed with at least that 1 assault rifle. And new developments tonight involving the disgraced Subway pitchman Jared Fogle. Fogle's ex-wife is now suing the sandwich chain. Her lawsuit claims top executives knew of his pedophilia as early as 2004 and should have notified authorities. Katie McLaughlin divorced Fogel after he pleaded guilty last year to federal charges of child pornography and having sex with minors. At a press conference today, McLaughlin apologized to Fogel's victims and said she was filing the suit to get answers about what Subway knew and when its executives knew about it. The suit also alleges their 2 children suffered emotional distress. And still to come on your Suncoast News, the most reliable cars on the road. Which vehicles made the top 5 on Consumer Reports list? That's coming up next.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Fit for $149 or Civic just $169 with no down payment. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord or CR-V for $179 with no down payment. Your choice, just $179. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
The rising cost of prescription drugs was the focus of a discussion in Tallahassee today. Panelists representing the Florida Association of Health Plans, the Florida Insurance Council, and Walmart discussed rising drug prices. They were joined by hospital representatives and consumers for the Campaign for Sustainable Prescription Pricing. Prescription drug prices are now going up faster than any other healthcare cost. The panel feels a better balance is needed between drug innovation and drug affordability.
When the Affordable Care Act passed, I think we saw hospitals, providers, health insurers all come under a lot of different regulation and increased regulation, but the industry that did not was the pharmaceutical industry, and so that's where we're seeing the ballooning of healthcare costs.
The group feels more transparency is necessary from drug makers so people know the actual cost of creating a medicine. Additionally, the campaign wants to see quicker federal approval of generic drugs, which can bring costs down significantly. Health insurer Cigna Corp has discontinued its policy of requiring doctors to seek authorization before treating opioid addicts as part of a fight against the epidemic of opioid abuse. Pre-authorization requirements can lead to significant delays in treatment, and other health insurers have been encouraged to follow Cigna's lead. It's estimated 2.2 million Americans need treatment for abuse of heroin or prescription painkillers, but fewer than half are receiving it. And now let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
Thanks, Haley. I'll tell you, a pleasant evening tonight. A mostly fair skies, some high cirrus clouds moving overhead. Cortez Bridge Cam looking off toward the east. You can see these clouds, these high clouds moving off in that direction, heading off toward the east, basically, as a westerly flow in the upper levels of the atmosphere, bringing us some interesting cloud formations. Get a look at this one. I saw this as well and got out to try to get a picture of this. Gregory got a better one, so I'm showing this. Gravity wave clouds. It looks like a ribbon actually out there, and that's just the air rising and then sinking, rising and sinking, kind of finding an equilibrium. It's trying to do that, and each time it rises, a little thicker cloudiness that you see right there. And this was just around 3 o'clock this afternoon. You can see the peaks and then the ridges and the troughs in that gravity wave cloud. Well, they're getting snow clouds up here in parts of Quebec and Montreal, kind of a rain-snow mix there. They had some snow yesterday in Vermont, or say this morning, and then mainly rainfall into New York and Pennsylvania. For us, a large area of high pressure has moved in behind this cold front that moved through on Friday. You can see that, and providing us with that northeasterly wind component, at least at the surface, and keeping our skies generally clear. It's 82 degrees right now. The dew point 54. That's really nice. And winds out of the northwest at 8. The pressure 30-13. And that continues to rise at this hour. The high today finally below average, as it has been all weekend long. And our low this morning was nice at 60 degrees. Our normal low at 65. Not close to the record, though, of 45 set back in 1923. We'll see similar readings again tomorrow, although the high temperature could be a couple degrees warmer. No rainfall to report for the month now. 2.64 inches of rain, pretty close to average for the month thus far. And statewide temperature 77 in Jacksonville, the same in Orlando, 82 in Miami, 83 in Pensacola. And temperatures around town generally in the mid to upper 70s. Inland areas like Arcadia, Wauchula, as well as into Northport and Mayaca City. 82 at Sarasota, same in Cortez, Bradenton at 83. And Inglewood now at 77 degrees. Forecast for Tuesday looks good. Just a few clouds around, really. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer than today, but fairly close to seasonal averages. There'll be 1 or 2 areas that will see highs into the, say, 85 to 86 degree temperature range there. Northeast winds expected throughout the night tonight, very light. And then tomorrow they'll be back with northeasterly flow from anywhere from 5 to 10, maybe as high as 13 miles an hour, but generally another nice day anticipated. The radar picture pretty much rain-free across most of all the southeast. It is all the way over to Louisiana, Texas, getting a little bit of rain just north of Houston, and in the Caribbean and the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico, all is quiet. Happy to say, nothing going on there right now, and it looks like it'll stay that way through this week. As far as the forecast goes, we are looking at a good chance for development earlier. That was from that system off in the northern Gulf of Mexico, but no development expected throughout the rest of this week. High pressure dominating the weather here. This is the future cast showing that high pressure slipping off to the east as this cold front approaches. That cold front's not going to blast on by us like we saw with the last one, but it will keep things pretty cool across the northern plain states. Toronto right now, it's 48, Boston 57, and in Kansas City it's 66 degrees. Chicago 56, and the boating forecast looks to be pretty good. Northeast winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet with a light chop out there. Water temperature has cooled now to 76 degrees, and beaches will see a high right around 83. Should be a nice day out there for the beaches. High tide at 10:22, and another one at 9:36 tomorrow. Tonight, cool once again, mostly fair, comfortable, 60 for a low. Tomorrow, slightly warmer, 85 degree reading, partly cloudy skies. The extended forecast does call for temperatures just a couple degrees above average right through much of this week and into the weekend. Things looking to be pretty good once again. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is backed up on US 41 in both the north and southbound lanes near Fruitville Road in Sarasota. Is your car reliable? According to Consumer Reports' annual survey of the most reliable brands, they are Lexus, Toyota, and Buick. This is the 4th straight year that Lexus and Toyota have topped the survey. But Buick is the first domestic brand to crack the top 3 in more than 35 years. Audi and Kia rounded out the top 5 brands. Consumer Reports composes its list based on a survey from its subscribers. According to that survey, the worst performers were Dodge, Chrysler, Fiat, and Ram. A new survey shows that the scandal surrounding Wells Fargo is affecting its reputation. Earlier this year, it was revealed that the bank created as many as 2 million fake bank and credit card accounts between 2011 and 2015. Before the scandal, Wells Fargo had a negative perception rate of 15%. Now, a new survey finds negative perceptions have soared to 52%. And the firm that conducted the survey estimates Wells Fargo is at risk of losing $99 billion in deposits over the next year and a half. Wow. Entertainment news is next. We'll be right back.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Apparently, screaming fans are just too much fun for Justin Bieber. They like him too much. How terrible is that? The pop star walked off stage during his show in Manchester, England yesterday. Some fans ignored his request to stop screaming as he was trying to talk to the crowd between songs. Bieber returned several minutes later and told the crowd that he would stop talking and just do his musical set because he said, quote, Manchester just can't handle it. A sweet new business deal for Shaq. The Basketball Hall of Famer is now an owner of one of Krispy Kreme's downtown Atlanta franchises. Shaquille O'Neal announced the news by tweeting out the Krispy Kreme logo with the message, your favorite donut just got even hotter, baby. Krispy Kreme is famous for its neon hot donut sign. Shaq was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame last month after a career that spanned 19 seasons. Sting will be honored for his successful music career. He will receive the American Music Award of Merit next month at the American Music Awards. The award was last given in 2008 to Annie Lennox. Other recipients include Michael Jackson, Prince, Johnny Cash, Whitney Houston, and Paul McCartney. The AMAs will air live right here on ABC7 on November 20th. A pair of Dorothy's ruby red slippers have been saved thanks to a crowdfunding campaign. The Smithsonian Institute asked for $300,000 to help preserve a pair of the famous shoes worn by Judy Garland in the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz. The slippers are slowly degrading and losing their luster. The Smithsonian says its Kickstarter campaign reached its fundraising goal in less than a week. The donations will pay for a conservation work and a climate-controlled case for the shoes at the National Museum of American History. I think money well spent for everyone who wants to go see those. We'll be right back.